Hello, Twin Counties. Welcome back into your Week 10 recap report here on the Telegram Football Insiders. Josh Walfish alongside Foster Lander. An all Big East edition of the Telegram Football Insiders. We'll start with Northern Nash, Nash Central, the battle for the cellar, and oh boy, it was a bad one for the Bulldogs. 51-0 Northern Nash over Nash Central. The Knights had their way on offense and on defense. Coach Chris Lee said the Bulldogs took a step backwards, and quite frankly, I don't disagree with them. The offense was stagnant for the most part. The defense was continuing to give up so many rushing yards. It was a very, very poor performance for the Bulldogs. But we are done with poor football for the time being. We are going to the two front runners. We'll start in Wilson with Fike and Rocky Mount. You were there, Foster. Big win for the Griffons.
That was kind of the Rocky Mount High team that we've all been waiting to see all year. It was a complete performance. The Griffons went down early, 14-0, but they scored 21 points in 2:11 of the second quarter. Sherrod Green, big fumble return touchdown for the Griffons. It was just one of those games. It was a big boy football game where Fike, they got a really good offense with DJ Daniels and AJ Hines, and they were able to kind of get the ball moving in the first quarter, but Rocky Mount locked down, and it was a big win. Sets up a big game next week, Southern Nash and the Griffons for the Big East title next Friday.
We'll talk about the Firebirds in a second. The last time the Griffons beat both Wilson Hunt and Wilson Fike in a season, 2008, the last time the Griffons went to the Eastern Regional Final. We'll talk to the Firebirds now. They were in a battle with Wilson Hunt, and the passing game got it done for Southern Nash?
Evidently so, and Zach Foster actually leads the Big East in passing yards somehow. The way they started the season slow at least. But Foster to Kendrick Bell, late touchdown pass. I don't know how many seconds left inside the final 30 seconds. They got it done, and Hunt's defense is tough. Zach Foster said he was hit on basically every passing attempt and was going to be sore tomorrow, but Firebirds pulled it out.
Yeah, no, Randy Jones from the Wilson Times was there. He said that Wilson Hunt was basically in the backfield the entire game. But Taj Dean showing up when he's needed the most. Two big interceptions in the fourth quarter. He caught a touchdown pass in the third quarter. Big game for Southern Nash. And you teased this. I mean, next week, Southern Nash, Rocky Mount High, the two 3-0 teams in the Big East. And we'll talk about this a lot more next week as what I call Hype Week continues here. But what sort of football game can we expect out of these two teams that, in theory, want to do very similar things?
Well, tonight was really the first clean game that Rocky Mount High has played all year. They only had 40 yards and penalties, no turnovers. And if they can do that, they've run the ball on everybody they've played. I mean, B.J. Sanders, Nick Bynum had 183 yards rushing tonight. And if they do that, I think they get it done against Southern Nash.
Well, we will close with a quick rundown on what else happened in the Twin Counties. Southwest Edgecombe fell behind 20-7 to Farmville Central, scored 20 unanswered points to defeat the Jaguars, 35-20 to remain alive in the Eastern Plains race. Tarboro, a big win over Riverside Martin. They now take full control over the two rivers. And in probably the biggest surprise of the night, Northampton County goes to Leggett and defeats North Edgecombe 34-32. A lot of trouble ahead for the Warriors with the game against South Creek looming next week. And then, of course, that big rivalry game with the Vikings in Leggett. But for Foster Lander, I'm Josh Walfish. Tune back in Friday morning where we're going to preview all the big action in Week 11 across the Twin Counties.